Welcome to the Platinum BLSW814 installation video. This video is applicable to most Platinum swing gate operator models. Please thoroughly read the instruction manual alongside this video. This will help make for a smooth installation. Follow all safety rules and regulations during installation for your personal safety and for the safety of the end user. This installation is for a biparting gate with columns. Most aspects of this installation are applicable to single gates or gates with posts. It is imperative that you call 811 2 days before you dig to locate any buried utility lines. Check for initial levelness. This will be adjusted more precisely with the stakes. Placing your stake through a PVC sleeve will allow recovery of the stake afterwards. Make final level adjustments and fasten your stake to the form. For biparting installations, use a laser level to equalize operator pad heights. Cut form to match height and grade. Your form will vary in size according to the selected operator model. Operator placement is dependent on varying factors, such as operator model and opening degree. Consult the manual to determine your placement. Adjust levels on second form for biparting installations. Fasten second form to stakes. Drive a piece of rebar into the ground at the location where the conduit is needed to emerge. This conduit run is to the entry keypad if used. The installer is making a conduit run to the secondary operator. It requires power and a low voltage synchronization connection from the master unit. It is good practice to run separate conduit for high voltage and control wiring. The control cable should always be shielded. Here the run is continued to the secondary operator. This conduit run is for a photo eye, which will be located at a height approximated 24 inches from finished grade. An extra piece of conduit is added to cross the driveway while it is open. This can be used for landscape lighting and other uses. Here the installer is finishing the extra conduit run. Place protectors on stakes for safety. The first day over. A lot was accomplished, as you can see, including the excavation and posts. Day 2 and the concrete is being poured. Use a vibrator to settle the concrete and remove bubbles. If you do not have a vibrator, bang the sides of the forms with a hammer to settle the concrete. As the concrete sets up, trowel the surface and use an edging trowel for a nice finished edge that won't chip easily. Day 2 is over. Wait a few days for the concrete to set before returning. Remove the forms. A retrofocus photo eye is used on this installation, and the brackets are installed approximately 24 inches from finished grade. If a through-focus photo eye is used, another run of conduit is required across the driveway to power the transmitter. In most installations, inductance loops are used for vehicle detection. Trim the emerging conduit. Run appropriate cables between operators in biparting installations. Always use high-quality low-voltage cable, such as BLSW814 to connect accessories. Most economy cables break down in the underground conduit within 5 years. These operators are very solid constructed and heavy. Do not lift by yourself. Remove the cover to access the bolts holding the operator to the pallet. Place the operators on their pads. Make fine placement adjustments of operator on pad according to specs in the manual. Once placement is established, drill shallow holes as markers. Drill holes to required depth of anchor bolts. Sweep dust away. Clean anchor holes. Set anchor bolts with operator in place. Keep the washer and nut on the anchor while hammering. This is useful in case you inadvertently hit the threads. Clear dust and tighten anchors. Wire as per diagram. Leave slack in cables. Place radio receiver on shelf below motor. Use an external antenna for best results. Distance will be double or more. The safety photo beam is being installed. Connect control cable to secondary operator if used. Let's take a moment to review the circuit board terminations and settings. This board is used in most models. Check with manual for configuring the control board to suit your installation. We will start with the right side of the board. Opening devices such as keypads, key switches, and push buttons are connected here. Fire department access switches and other hold-open switches connect to the fire terminal. This terminal block is for a remote radio receiver. Magnetic locks need an external power source. Solenoid locks also need an external power source. This block is for all detection devices, such as vehicle loop detectors and photo eyes. This block also connects to a loop detector rack board for convenient plug-in loop detectors. Safety photo eyes and vehicle detectors connect here. Consult the manual for placement of required safety devices. Connect UL-approved photo beams here. When using the solar option, 24-volt solar panels are required. Two 12-volt panels wired in series work as well. For solar option, connect the safety photo beam here. This powers off the beam until the gate is activated, saving energy drain on the batteries. A one-button control can be used to stop the gate in any position and can serve as an emergency stop. A 1, 2, or 3-button control can be used to manually control the gate. These are the motor control and limit switch termination blocks. Connect secondary operator here. Be sure to use high-quality shielded cable. The power harness plugs in here. Now that your wiring is complete, make board setting as needed. Primary/secondary is used to set system as a single gate, or on biparting gates, selects which operator is the primary and which is the secondary. Recycle power to make new setting effective. Auto open is used to open the gate upon power failure and keep it open until power is restored. The advanced magnetic lock activates the magnetic lock before gate closes, so lock is ready to engage when the gate hits the closed position. The close time sets the time before the gate closes when the gate is in auto mode. Leaf delay is used on biparting gates if the gate has a magnetic lock or an overlapping emblem. The reverse sensor is extremely important as it sets the operator torque for the weight of the gate and to reverse the gate should it hit an obstruction. Close covers. Use the manual to obtain the correct measurements for your arms. Lock gate in closed position. Follow the diagram carefully. Find placement for pivot bracket. Measure primary extension. Measure secondary extension. Cut extensions. Measure distance across 3 stakes. Cut load spreader bracket. Mark height of pivot bracket. Mark location of load spreader bracket. Grind off paint in weld areas. Mark final position of load spreader. Tack on bracket. Double check height. Tack pivot bracket to load spreader. Clamp secondary extension and move gate to open position. Test to see if the geometry is correct. Tack secondary extension. Tack primary extension. Remove arms. Weld arms. Clean and paint arm weld joints. Weld pivot bracket. Wire brush, sand, clean and paint pivot bracket. Install arm assembly. Tighten pivot bolt. Install keyway pin and tighten clutch lever. Adjust limit switches. Press reset button after limit switches are set. Test limit switch and readjust as needed. Operator installation is almost complete. Place covers on operator. Do your final test. Nice job. Platinum Access manufactures the most durable, longest-lasting gate operators available on the market today, which is why we are America's fastest-growing brand.